So when you first got started in real estate, was it investing in real estate or selling real estate?
I got started investing first when I was 18. I actually got started wholesaling. So wholesaling, are you familiar with wholesaling at all, like real estate?
A little bit from what I've heard when I worked with Dean.
So all it really is where you just like, you're getting the property under contract with the seller and as like the buyer. So you're like the buyer in that scenario. And then before you actually close on that property, before you actually buy the property, you flip the contract to another buyer. So you're just like the middleman. You're never actually buying the property, right? And then you're making like a finder's fee, which is like a wholesale fee. So I did that for probably 7 or 8 months. And then eventually I got into like flipping properties. And then I got my real estate license and started actually like representing like buyers and sellers. And now I do all of it. Yeah.
So you have your own company. Is it under one of these like Keller Williams or something like that? Okay.
Yeah. So like I not Keller Williams, it's a different brokerage called My Home Group. Really good friends with like the broker. So essentially to be a real estate agent, you have to hang your license with a broker. I could go be a broker. I have really no interest in it. The margins are really thin and there's a lot of liability for such thin of a margin. So instead I build a real estate team essentially, which is just where, you have a team of agents underneath the brokerage. And then I'm an agent, obviously, also. And then I have, the investment company where we do like the wholesaling still. And then we'll like fix and flip properties. And we're looking to like buy a bunch of rental properties right now also.
Got it. So what's like the long-term thing that you're working towards now?
Wealth, dude, like indestructible wealth, indestructible companies, give back, like there's so much involved, right? Like, you probably know, but like, you gotta, I mean, I want to build teams of people. I love building teams. But I think just like reach the masses, be massive on social media, provide value, give back to the world. At the same time, like make a lot of money, build cool companies, do cool stuff, and it's like in real estate, I'd love to own. I mean, Grant Cardone owns 10,000 properties.
Wow.
So he has $1 billion worth of real estate,
Wow.
And he really did that in the last decade. Because then you look at 2008, he went bankrupt. Essentially, I don't know if he actually went bankrupt, but he was like dead. He was broke pretty much. It was what he says, right? It's his words, not mine. And so it basically in 10 years, he did everything that people see today, So I think I think somebody could probably do it in 7 years if they really. I think you could do the same thing in 7 years if they really put their head down and did it.
Yeah, because I mean they have a model to follow, and so you can essentially time collapse.
It's been done, right?
Right.
Yeah, it's like the guy that ran the 5-minute mile. You know what I mean? Now, as soon as that one guy did it, everybody else is like, oh, it can be done.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So for you is like the social media, because obviously you got a pretty large Instagram. You said you're getting back into posting on Instagram. And then the YouTube, I'm sure you're also getting into the YouTube stuff. So with all that stuff, obviously that isn't directly correlated to the real estate, or maybe it is. So what's kind of the goal with that for you?
I think with like social media and marketing in general, everything's marketing, right? So like when you look at any industry, it doesn't matter whether you're Shopify, Amazon, you're in, relationship, coaching, you're doing real estate, insurance, it doesn't matter, right? You're a marketer at the end of the day. And so I think if you can dominate marketing and you can figure that out, then ultimately whatever the vehicle is it will come easier, right? Because you've gotten the first concept down, which is the marketing part of it. You've got to get in front of people. And I think that it can't hurt to get everybody in the world to know who you are. So it doesn't matter what you do, and it doesn't necessarily even immediately have to directly provide an ROI. But I would tell anybody and everybody to like get into marketing, right? Figure out how to be a marketer, figure out how to build a personal brand, figure out how to get big on social media. Because if you can't figure that out, it is going to be difficult to build a company, right? Can you go build a brick and mortar company without being the face of it? Yeah, I mean, people do it all the time, right? You look at, a lot of like drop shippers, right? They're not the face of the product. The product is like its own thing. Yeah. But at the end of the day, you're still a marketer, and you being the face of a personal brand can't hurt you. So the way that I look at it is when I look at social media, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, whatever, I can't find or think of a reason not to get big. Right. I think only good things will come out of that. And I think if you can manage doing that and doing your main hustle, right, whatever actually makes you the money initially, then do both. Because eventually, the amount of people you can meet, look at us, right? We got connected through a guy, Clark, right? Clark Eagley. And I met Clark. Keegley, yeah. What is it? How do you actually pronounce it? Kegley, yeah.
I just thought about Kegels when you said that.
I think I biffed that in our interview with him too. But yeah, so, I met him through Instagram, right? But I found him on YouTube. Then I met him. I hit him up on Instagram because he had less followers there. I figured he would notice me better there. You know what I mean? And but anyways, social media. I mean, I was talking to a partner of mine last night. It's like everybody in our office, we've pretty much met through, in one way or another, social media, right? And so that's kind of why we do it. You know, I don't know that I have like an exact, like, oh, I want to, you know, get 1 million subscribers and then I want to do this, and this. You know, it's not really like that for me. It's more like just provide value. And I think if I provide enough value to the world, I'll gain the following, you know, per se. And then through that, you know, I'll get to meet more cool people like you, get to be on more podcasts, and then ultimately just have more opportunity. And with more opportunity, you know, I'll be more knowledgeable, have more wisdom. And then with all of that, I'll be able to start more companies. I'll be able to do more stuff.